Welcome to the fourth video. So today we're going to be looking at brute forcing a application or an application. We're going to be doing it with VNC. So we still have Metasploitable up and running. We still have our Docker up and running, everything like that. And we're going to try to look at brute forcing something. So something with VNC is that it does not have a username. There's only a password on VNC. And we're going to utilize a tool called Hydra. So if I look at Hydra and I do attack H for help, right, we can see how to run it down here. But one of the things that we see is attack lowercase l is just a user. So that would be something like Hydra attack l admin, right? A capital L is a user file. So we can have a lowercase l and a capital L. So something like that. It would be like users.text. Same thing with a P. A lowercase p within Hydra states that that is the password. So if we want to do like a username spray, right, and a capital P states to use this file. So we have ourselves a file here. As you see, there's 4 passwords in it. That's it. This is just to make everything go fast and smooth and all that good stuff. And we're going to attack, like I said, VNC. If we can our mmap.txt that we had from earlier, we can see that port 5900 is up and running, and we do have VNC on here. Right, so let's go ahead and let's run Hydra, and we're going to just say attack P because it is VNC, so it only takes a password, right? We'll say pass.text, VNC, and then where's it going? At that 172.19.02 address, right? And we can see that we do actually get back something password. All right, so we do get password back. So let's go ahead and use VNC viewer now for that. We can type in passwords to make sure that works. And sure enough, we are root on the Linux machine here within that Metasploitable machine, right? You can see my IP address is 179.19.0.2. So that worked great for us. We were able to utilize VNC to be able to get in. Something else you always want to look for is if VNC is null. Okay, so if you ever see VNC up and running, if you do a VNC viewer, something like that, and if it doesn't ask you for a password, you can have a null VNC session, and you can just log right into it. So anyone can log into it. So that's something else you always look for on an internal network. Always look for port 5900, or you can utilize netexec, which will be in a later part of the course. So hopefully you learned something on brute forcing. We will be brute forcing more later on. But remember that attack lowercase l is a user. Attack capital L is a user.txt file. Lowercase p is password. And attack capital P is a password text file. And we can go ahead, we can look at all the different things that Hydra can do, all the different services that it supports. And you can try to run it against any one of these. Some of them only look at passwords. Some of them is username and password. And yeah, that should be about it for Hydra. Usually you want to do this when it's kind of easier to type. You'll realize what I mean by that whenever we start doing like get and post request on the web and stuff like that. And whenever you're trying to go through a get request stuff, the Hydra syntax becomes a little crazy whenever you look at things like that. So usually you want to use Burp Suite or Zap for something like that. So hopefully you learned something, and I'll talk to you all later.